All right, welcome everybody. Today's video, we are over here at Kamphaeng Phet. We're about 5 hours north of Bangkok, and we're kind of to the west of Phitsanulok and Sukhothai, and a little bit south of Sachanalai. There's like 3 cities here that are World Heritage Sites, and Kamphaeng Phet is one of them. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go take a look at some of these temples that are kind of outside of the park. I was riding along and I saw some stupas sitting out here amongst some rice paddies and stuff like that. And I said, let me go over there and take a look at them. So we're going to look at them, and I'm going to try to fly the drone around, and we'll see what we see. So here we are at Wat Nong Phikun. This is a 14th century temple, and it has a stupa, has the moon drop, and at one time it was surrounded by a moat. So it had a moat that went all the way around here. And this isn't too far from the Ping River, and it's not too far away. If you come in by bus, the bus station is probably like 4 or 5 kilometers away from here. So let's take a quick look here, and then we'll go and we'll see some of the others. So I think there's probably at least like 6 old temples that are in this area. So we're not going to spend too much time on each one, but we'll take a look. I kind of like going out and exploring stuff like this. So here was one of the halls, and you can see it's just down to the base, and then they have some of these big stones here that were used as the wall. And then there is a moon drop right there inside of the temple. Now what makes this temple different is most temples, they have a stupa or a big chedi. That's the center point. This one here had a moon drop. And it looks like there's been some animals digging around down here underneath the bases of these chedis and stuff like that. So let's look up inside of here real quick. So there would have been a Buddha image right there, probably a big standing Buddha, and then it would have had the walls up here. There's not much remaining of it. It's just out here amongst some houses and stuff like that. Actually, it looks like it would have been a seated Buddha. You can kind of see that would have probably been where the knees were. And then they have these big, huge stones here. I mean, these are massive. So they would have quarried these. They quarried them from here in Kamphaeng Phet area, and then they would have used some elephants to move these over into place. So around the moon drop, they have these notches here. So they would have had probably some Buddha images inside of there. And then they have these chedis out here, and there's the wall. And then back behind over here was some more chedis, and then this small little hall right here that has kind of this similar construction. Now I love going out here and kind of exploring and finding stuff like this. This is what makes traveling fun. So this hall would have been fantastic. And it's outside of the city proper. So there was probably a pretty good sized community over here, probably made up of farmers, stuff like that. And the entrance to this little hall would have been right here. This is a pretty nice look. So you have this humongous tree and then this moon drop. And I didn't even notice that before, but there's some of the plastering right there on the corner. Oh, this would have been really nice. Out here amongst all of these, this actually is a working temple. This is Wat Phikun, and it's just a little country temple. It's not very interesting. We're not going to look around here. so here we are at the next little temple. So this is Wat Mong Kale, and there's not a whole lot left of it. There's this ordination hall that's right here, and then it has a bell-shaped stupa, and it would have probably had, the top would have been the Sukhothai style. So this one here would have been probably just a simple hall with an entrance on this side. Over here would have been a place for the monks to sit, and then these would have been the support beams, and then they would have had a Buddha right here at the back of the hall. So this would have been the altar, and there would have been a seated Buddha right there. And it would have been actually outside. You would have went out a back door, and there would have been a little building right behind it, in between this huge stupa and the building itself. Yeah, this is a nice jetty. You can see here how it was the concentric rings, and then the bell, and then up top. I'm not sure what's up on the very top. We'll see if we can fly the drone up there and take a look at it. So it looks like there would have been 4 little tiny buildings on the cardinal directions. So this is on the north, and there would have been a Buddha inside of there. Well, maybe just on the northeast. There's nothing over here on the west. It doesn't look like it, unless there was a building here at one time that is just completely gone. And they didn't, well, it looks like maybe there's some bricks missing there, so there might have been something on this side over here. This is the west. And you can see the hole in the stupa, probably where looters came over and tried to drill in there to get the relics. A lot of these old buildings like this, after they were abandoned, people came and tried to find valuables. And then over here is the south side. You can see how it's kind of collapsed down, and the bricks are kind of in just a big pile. Yeah, there's not a whole lot more to this ruin over here. And then you can see over there on the other side of that tree, that is the new temple. And it's nice enough. It's just, they have cows and stuff grazing out in front. Just nothing really much to see. So as you can see, this is the area that it's in. Just all these rice paddies, some of these farmers and stuff. This looks like maybe they have like a little hotel there. Yeah, it's really nice. This rice is fantastic. So the next temple is out here in the trees somewhere. Now I'm trying to trace them down. You can see the stupas sticking up over the trees sometimes, and that's how I'm finding them. So we're at our third temple here. This is Wat Nong Lanka. This is another one of the 14th to 15th century temples. This temple itself would be worth a whole video on its own, but I'm just going to go really quick around and take a look at it. This is just another fantastic ruin sitting out here. You can see it's surrounded, has the boundary wall. Now look what they did with these little triangles So they would have had little notches like that for Buddha images. And then they would have had Buddha images down here along the bottom of it. So this would have been a minor chedi. And then over here would have been the principal stupa, or the principal jetty. Oh, and this one's got a great little building that's still attached. Yeah, this is just out here in the middle of nowhere. There's farmhouses right next to it. I went by there and there's chickens running around. They have all their rice equipment laying out in the yard. And it's just kind of unkempt. There's nobody that comes and rakes up the leaves. And it looks like they graze their cows and stuff here on the grounds. You get to hear the leaves underfoot. Yeah, what a great temple this one is. So it has some small little stupas here. This one's down just over the base, and that one's down even lower. But this is great. So this is the bell-shaped, and then it goes up to the spire up on the top. So this actually, I was reading about this, this actually was not just a farming village, this was like a principal administration region whenever Kamphaeng Phet was an important city. So they used this over here on the other side of the river from the main fortress. This is where all the administration took place. And then this also had a moat surrounding it. You see birds flying around and all that. Yeah, this is great. So let's look inside of here, see if there's anything left of the relic. Just has the pedestal right there. You can see how it's kind of like a lotus arch above the door. Yeah, and then there's the other building over there to the east of the ruin. So in this one to the west, people have came and they've put the little offering bowls and stuff there. And then it has the low wall and the gate. Yeah, this ruin right here is really, really nice. And I am the only one out here, other than the chickens and the birds. Oh, and we got somebody that's burning something over there. And then here, this would have been the ordination hall. Here would have been the throne for the Buddha, and over there for the monks. And then out there would have been the moat. And we'll take a look at the last one here on the south. It looks like a little bit of rubble in there. And you can see the top of the arch and then the dome. So a lot of the plaster is kind of flaked off, but it's still in amazing good shape. Now there's one more temple that's over there by where they're starting to burn that fire, but I'm not going to ride my motorcycle down there if they're burning that brush off. So we'll skip that one for today, and we'll go to another one down. And we're just running along right here through some of this rural area. So we're not going to go look at that one temple over there because they're burning the brush. This is Wat Nong I believe. And this is just another one of these small little chetties. And it had a hall over there with the Buddha in it. And there's not a whole lot left. So this would have had the same kind of 4 buildings around the chetty. And then over there would have been like a Wehan. And probably some other buildings here that are completely gone. There's not a whole lot left of it. And it's just out here again amongst all these fields and a few subdivisions that they've started building out here. Okay, so this hall would have had a similar floor plan to some of those others. Has the pillars here that would have supported the roof, has the little platform over there for the monks. The entrance would have been over here. Not a whole lot more to see. This is just down to the base. You can see the trees are starting to grow up over it. And this is just kind of a forgotten temple. And there's the chetty. Okay, so went to that temple, which I was happy to be able to get to it. Now let's go down here through this subdivision and we'll go to the last temple. So we're at our last temple. This is Wat Chedi Klang Thung, which means a big temple in a forest area. Now it was built somewhere between 1357 and 1407 in the Sukhothai style. So it has the Wehan that's located over here on the east side, and then there was a moat and all of that around it. So probably whenever this was popular, there were various houses, all of that over here, and this was in kind of the administration area across the river from the main part of Kamphaeng Phet. There's not a whole lot to see here. The thing that got my attention is right over there is the road that comes into this area. So last night I came in and I saw this chedi sticking up, and I wanted to come look at it, and I couldn't get over here to it. And I found those other chedis, and it inspired me for this video. So I stumbled around here, and I finally found this temple. And it is quite spectacular. The chedi itself is just amazing. It is some of the best you'll ever see. And it's just out here with nobody. So the people that live here, they have came and stuck another little Buddha right there, and they will come over and pray. And this hall is just down to the base, nothing much to see here, just the normal stuff that you see on these ruins in this area. And to the west of it looks like what was left of an altar for one of the Buddhas here, and the building is completely missing. And this is the chedi. So it just has the square bases, and it goes up to a bell-shaped tower way up on the top. And I have no idea how tall it is, but you can see it from all around this area. Like I said, I was on the road and I saw it and I was like, wow. You can see some of the plaster is still up there. Now the whole spire, you can see two of the rings above that is completely gone. So this thing was even taller back when it was completely intact. And you can see some of the bricks and stuff have fallen off and they're kind of broken up down here. This is fantastic. I really like it. Oh, you can see where they broke off right there on the corner. And now there's just birds and nobody else is around here. This is so far away from tourists, it's unbelievable. All right, guys, that's going to finish up our video out here just to the, I guess we're to the west of the Ping River out here at Kamphaeng Phet. I went and I showed you some things that not too many people get a chance to see. We went kind of explored out here through this farmland area and found some of these cool old chedis and temples that time has forgotten. They're just sitting out here, and now they're just places for the locals to come over and graze their cows and do whatever else around it. And it was fun for me. I really enjoyed it. I saw this chedi yesterday over here, and like I said, that's inspired me to come over here and do this video. So hopefully you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I flew the drone all around. And if you liked it, definitely smash the like button. Do me a favor there. And subscribe to my channel if you're new here. This is what I do. I just go show you things that I see and tell you a little bit about what I know. And I didn't spend a whole lot of time and detail in all of these temples. I could have spent a couple of them. I could have done a whole video just on them. But this one's just a quick video, just fun for me. So if you like it, click like and share it with your friends if you would like. And tell me something if you've been here, or if you were happy with the video, let me know in a comment. Or if you want to see something different, let me know also, and I'll do my best to make a video. So from over here at Kamphaeng Phet, remember guys, life is a journey. Today's journey got us wandering around out here today to see all these. So until next time, enjoy.